Hey guys, so this is a video that I've been wanting to make and I've not got any notes in my book. Let me put my book down. But basically what am I going to do? I want to teach you something here about how you inspire change in others, or how change comes about in others. I know this is a serious topic because that's all vegans and vegan activists really want, is for people to change. So, and it's the art of listening. And I think that if people understood change better and listening better, then vegan activism, or even just existing as a vegan, even just existing as a vegan, your life can improve, or your effectiveness can improve. People will not change until they feel heard. I think that's apparent when I watch street interviews, or I hear about people discussing street interviews, and or people talking to their friends and family, vegans talking to their friends and family about things that they want to change, or about people that they want their family and friends to go vegan, and that it ends up in a fight. And that is because the two people aren't listening to each other. The vegan isn't listening to their mum or whatever, and the mum isn't listening to the vegan daughter. So, but the thing is that once you've shared a bit of information as a vegan, you're already vegan, so what you say and think is no longer important. You don't need to be heard. They've heard you, that's why they're wanting to voice their opinion. And what's important now is that you hear them. And as frustrating as that is, it's part of the process. If yous are just going at it, no change will occur, or yeah, it might, but it's whatever. Once you've given them a bit of information, it's then your job to listen, because they need to work through that stuff. They need to understand it, and they can't understand it just by you telling them stuff. They need to learn it for themselves, and they're not going to do that unless you're listening. So how do you listen? So you listen to someone, and you basically need to show them that you've heard them. So how are you going to do that? Well, it's not by hitting them with more facts. It's by saying back to them that you've heard them. And it's not simply going, I hear what you're saying. It's, I hear what you're saying, blah 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 blah. But so someone says to you, plants have feelings. What you want to do then is not ridicule them, obviously they're not your enemy and all that. So what you want to do is hear them, because when you hear them and you want to say what they've said to you back to them. And you can do it in a question format, because obviously you want dialogue. But so someone says to you, plants have feelings. So you say alright, so you believe that plants have feelings. As soon as you say that, they hear that. When they've said it out, they're not listening to themselves. They're just trying to say something to you to get you away. They're just trying to shut you up. But if you say it back to them, then they hear it back, and then yous are on an equal, yous both know, you said this, I heard you, you said this, did it, you know what I mean? They've spoken, you've heard them, you've let them know you've heard them, and now they've heard you say the thing back to them. Am I being too complicated about this? But it's like the simple art of listening. And you want them to hear what they think. You want them to hear what they think, because then they changes shape, and then they can process it better. And they can, if you say that back to them, they'll be able to explore it better. Yes, that is the thing. It's about inspiring change in others. And one of the things that I have learnt is that when someone's fighting with you, they're defending themselves. And when they're in a defensive position, they're not willing to change. And they're also not willing to go inside themselves because they don't feel safe. So as soon as they feel safe, which is something that I think some of the activists do, is that the person feels safe enough to then kind of like look at themselves. But until that person feels safe, they're going to defend themselves. So therefore change is not going to occur in that position, in that state. But if you are standing next to them and you are discussing something openly, that inspires change. If that person feels supported and they're in a safe space where no one's going to ridicule them and no one's going to take the piss, basically, then they can explore and they can hear themselves and they can think better and think clearer, and they're not being attacked. You know, it's a much nicer, more effective way to inspire change in others. Okay, so yeah, give me a shout if you need me to talk about this more. And like I said before, if you've got further questions or if you needed more examples or stuff like that. So yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and shout out to Wayne if you got to the end of this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!